Hey guys, welcome back to Freestyle Unlimited. We are back out front. We are working on the surprisChicken. We've got a lot of projects going on right now, but as promised, I want to do a before and after exhaust video of the Coffman exhaust. I was planning to get this thing in the water and get some filming done to get in water full pull exhaust videos, but I really just need to get it on there. We're going to do an out of water exhaust video. We'll rev it up. We'll get it swapped over to the Coffman exhaust. We'll rev it up. We'll get a comparison from stock to the Coffman exhaust. But I don't think I'm going to be able to get this in the water and get filming done because I don't have anyone to go to the lake with me to do filming. And that's really hard without somebody else out there on the JetMate or something. But the JetMate is broken. So we're trying to figure out how I can get a comparison video. So we're just going to do it out of the water right here in the driveway. We are going to, I'm going to start it up. We'll get a start video, we'll get a rev up video of it stock, and then we will put the Coffman exhaust on. I'll show you guys exactly how to do that. And then we will get another rev video and startup video with the Coffman exhaust to show the difference. So I'll put them side by side, but we got a lot to do today, so let's dig right into it. I'm also removing the seat off because we are sending that off to jet trim, and we have a ton going on with this build. So while that seat is at jet trim, we are going to be swapping the entire motor. We're going to be doing a prop on it. We are going to try and get this entire build done before the seat comes back from jet trim. They're estimating about a 4-week waiting period, which will bring it back to me just around July, hopefully in time for our trip to Chelan for our 4th of July trip. So that is the goal. I want to have this thing done, swapped, new jet trim seat, everything ready to go by the 4th of July. We've got just over a month. I need to get this sent off on Tuesday because it is Memorial Day weekend. Monday, I'm sure the post office is closed, but I have to get this thing sent out as soon as possible so they can get started on it. So today we're going to get that pulled off. We're going to do the exhaust comparison, and then the next video I drop will be kind of the full breakdown of the build. But that's what's going on. Let's get this seat off. Let's get this rear cover over here off, and let's get the Coffman exhaust on. But first, let's get a startup video. All right, so this is, I have not started the ski today. This is gonna be a cold start with our stock exhaust on the ski. I'm thinking I might have to choke it, but we'll see. All right, let's go. Fuel is on, choke is on. I don't know if you can really hear that well over the sound of the prop and the pump, but that is what our stock exhaust sounds like. Now, let's dive right in here. Let's get everything pulled off so that we can get our Coffman exhaust installed before I rip the whole thing out and we motor swap it. So the first goal here is going to be, we're going to get the doghouse cover off, and we're going to remove our seat completely so we can get this thing shipped off. So coming under the seat here, let me get you guys over here. We've got a few Allen head bolts right up here that we're just going to pull them off at the bracket, leave the bracket on the ski, and we'll throw our hardware in this little bin because this ski is not going to be going anywhere without a seat. So we're going to pull some Allens. I believe these look like probably 5mm Allens. I'm also going to be pulling all of the brackets, all of the hinges and stuff. I want to make this thing as light as possible. We are also going to be stripping our old cover off. We're going to be taking all the foam out. We're going to ship it just the shell so that it saves as much weight as possible. It doesn't cost us a ton of money. And I know that the foam is waterlogged, so I don't want it to ruin the box and have something happen in shipping and get damaged. So let's go ahead and start pulling the seat off. I'm going to grab some Allens, and we'll get right in there and we'll get that thing pulled off. All right, so we're just going to come in here. I've got my little Icon tool set that should have proper Allen size here. We are looking at, what is this? I believe this is a 5mm. Yep, we're looking at a 5mm here. So we're just going to throw this in our little wrench. Come in here. the stainless to keep it from corroding. Look at our little comparison here. This is our stainless bolt. I don't know how long this one's been in here, but that is definitely not stainless. So make sure you guys use stainless hardware if you plan to keep a ski. I mean, even if you don't plan to keep it, don't screw somebody over and use some mild steel or anything that really will rust. The stainless is going to last longer. You're not going to deal with headaches of seizing stuff. So just keep that in mind. This is a great comparison. I mean, look at this. The threads aren't even there anymore. I'm probably going to have to do some sort of insert in there, but it is what it is. Let's go ahead and carry on. Actually, I don't want to put that one in there. I don't know where to put that. I'll just put that there. So I'm going to hop over to the other side and get the other two. All right, we've got our seat pulled off. Let's get this out of the way. Oh my gosh, that is so heavy. Ta-da, no seat. So now we're gonna pull our little covers out of here. I should probably put these in a little box or something. I'm gonna pull all my little plastic covers out of here. And we're gonna get all of our, I think these are 10 mils. We're gonna get all these out of here. So I'm just gonna come in with a little pick, kind of get her under the edge of them, pop them up. They're just these little screw covers. Pretty easy. And underneath all of those screw covers, we just have some Phillips head screws. So I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go ahead and pull all of those screws out now. All right, so we've got our doghouse cover off. And that has opened up our entire ski to be able to see our whole exhaust system. So I'm actually going to, put you guys up here so you can kind of see what I'm doing. All right, so now we've got access to our whole SuperChicken exhaust. There's not really a lot to it, but these are very different from pretty much any other ski you'll find. So we're going to pull the water box out. We are also going to be pulling our pipe out and our head pipe, because we've got our Coffman head pipe, which will connect to our Coffman pipe, which will go to our Coffman pipe, which will go to our Coffman water box, which will come out of the ski. So that's what we're doing. I'm going to start pulling these out. We've got a couple hose clamps for our main exhaust hose. And then I think I'm going to try and pull the water box, slide it back, and then I'm going to pull the pipe as a single unit. So we'll undo the 14 mil or 13 mil manifold bolts, and then we'll undo our little mounts down here, and then we will undo our clamp here and get it separated from our water box. So I'm gonna go ahead, pull this clamp, pull this this clamp, and then I'm gonna pull our 410 mils and our head bolts, and I guess this clamp on this hose here, and then we will kind of see where that gets us. I actually don't even know how this is mounted in here. I think it's just a couple 10 mils. So we might have to find some on the back side. I'm not sure. But we're going to get in there and find out. So let's do it. So now we should be able to separate this. I'm going to pull my little mounting brackets off of our mid pipe. And then we should be able to just sort of, okay, I want to make sure I'm not getting water all over in here. I'm going to get something to put inside of my exhaust to make sure nothing falls in there. So we're just going to take some paper towel, throw it in our exhaust here, make sure nothing's going to fall in there. And then we should be able to just sort of negotiate this out of here. That's what I'm thinking. Loosen our clamp some more. Oh, is that a washer? Okay, we'll want that. And we'll want that. There's a lot of water in here, I can hear it. So, let's see. What do we got here? Oh, we got a pisser line still on here too. So, let's get that popped off of here. So, we'll just trim it back. Not a big deal, but alright. That is that. I'm really thinking I can get this off here. And maybe I'm foolish for it. Come on! Oh, it's hitting something. Alright, let's go ahead. We'll loosen this other clamp we've got back here for the other end of our coupler. There we go. Oh yeah, these are odd. These are very odd. And now that I'm looking at it, I have no idea if this is going to work. Whoa! Alright. So that is quite an interesting... Still smoking. That is quite an interesting setup for a pipe. Very odd. I don't like that. I mean, it makes sense because then they have the room for the expansion chamber and for water cooling. So kind of neat. But let's throw that aside. And let's get our water box out of here. Even though I know we have a ton of water. I've also got a bunch of change in here, which I'm going to try and get as much of that out as possible. From the previous owner, they had a bunch of change in the little cubby that sits here. And I think when we flipped the ski over at the lake, it dumped everywhere. So let's get this out. I'm wondering if I can get this out without pulling the gas tank. There's a lot of room back there for more fuel. I'm thinking we might have to do something about that. Be a shame to leave all that space unutilized. So let's just see. I think there's still something holding us in back here. I wonder if we're connected to something. Oh yeah, there's another 10 mil back here. Get it? I think I got it. Alright, another 10 mil. And I think that will allow us to come forward. Get my other 10 mil out of here. And I gotta figure out how to get this thing out. I think I can probably just negotiate it out that way. Beautiful. Wow. Okay, I might end up cleaning this thing. But let's get the exhaust in, we'll mock it up, we'll get the video, and I think when I pull the motor out, we'll just degrease and we'll clean the whole inside of the hole because this thing is nasty. So let's go ahead and get to it. I'm going to, really this is not hard at all. This is super easy. So, awesome. Let's keep going. All right, so here's a side-by-side comparison. Obviously, we've got our stock exhaust, which we just pulled out of the chicken. This thing is massive, it's heavy, and it's just cumbersome. So we ripped that out. Now we've got our Coffman exhaust over here, and there is an extremely noticeable weight difference between the two of these. So I'm gonna weigh the water box and the pipe separate, and then we're gonna weigh our water box and our pipe separate on this side. So I'm gonna grab my little scale, I'm gonna bring it over here, and I'm gonna show you guys exactly what's going on. But not only are we gaining performance by opening our motor up, we are reducing our weight and therefore increasing our power to weight ratio on the ski, which will allow us to use more power because it's not being taken up by drag and weight and all of that nonsense going on there. So we're gonna weigh this one first, and then you guys will be amazed and shocked by how much lighter this aftermarket setup is. So let me grab the scale. I'm just using a basic scale here that I use for all my shipping of parts. Tuck this over here, try not to scratch my pipe up. So let's go ahead. We're going to throw our pipe on here. Make sure that we are balanced on here and not touching anything. And we're looking at, still not, let's see if we can, maybe we can go this way. 12.2 pounds. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's at 12.2 pounds for the pipe. And for our water box, we're looking at 15 pounds even. So total, we're looking at 27.2 pounds for the stock exhaust. That is a heavy exhaust. So let's go ahead. We're going to jump over. I'm going to grab the Coffman pipe. We'll throw it on here, and you guys will be shocked about this. So 27.2 is the number to beat. So our Coffman water box is a solid 2 pounds. And our pipe setup adds an additional, I don't know how to get this on here. Adds an additional, maybe if I go like this. I should have done this before I put it all back together. Just like, okay. Rest that there. We're off. Reset. 8.2 pounds. So we've got 2 pounds, 8.2 pounds for a total of 10.2 pounds. That means we are shaving off 17 pounds of our exhaust. That is crazy. We went from 27.2 to 10.2. Absolutely insane. Half the weight, higher performance. This is a no-brainer. So let's go ahead, jump back over to the ski, and let's get this stuff mocked up. All right, so let's go ahead and start off. I believe we're going to place our water box first. It is going to sit over here, right about here. Get that mounted up right there. That looks great. Get our clamp. I am going to have to figure out a way to secure it down. I definitely want to figure out like a padding situation, because otherwise this thing is going to be rattling around, damaging the hole, and I don't want that. But for now, it'll be fine for a startup video. So let's get our water box in place. This is like a perfect fit too with this stock gas tank. It doesn't touch the gas tank, but I want to make sure that we can figure out a way to secure this in place. I'm gonna have to figure that out. But let's go ahead and grab our exhaust pipe. I'm gonna reuse the gasket just because I'm literally gonna pull it right back out. But let's get our, I don't think these matter from side to side. So we're gonna slip our mounts on here. Maybe they do. Yeah, they definitely do. They're slightly different. Get our mounts on here. Just like this. Maybe I'll go that one first. Just like that. And we're gonna come down here. And we should get our thing out of there. Drop our exhaust gasket back on here. And kind of get this mocked up and in place here. That looks pretty good. Alright, so we're probably going to have to adjust our angle here on our coupler. Or maybe I just need to get this onto my pipe here. Water box. Get this all lined up. I'm actually going to mount that head really quick. Now we've just got to figure out fitment here. I'm gonna need to loosen some of our clamps here. Actually, I think we're actually lined up pretty darn good here.
A little bit of negotiations, maybe. I think we'll be good. Let's get one of these bolts in. Okay. And where'd my other clamp go? Uh-oh. Did I lose one? I thought I had it on there. Ah. Let's slip our last hose clamp on the back here. I'm gonna get this on here for our water box. Just like that. Negotiate our water box into place. Just like that. I'm going to place the doghouse cover on and the seat back on just temporarily so that we can get a feel for the actual difference in sound with the engine compartment closed. So I am going to just place this back on here. I'm not going to screw everything back down. And then we're going to throw our seat back up on here. Oh man, this thing is heavy. All right, and the moment of truth for our Coffman exhaust. Let's fire this thing up. Wow, that is a huge difference in sound. Very brappy. It's got that crisp sound to it. That is awesome. I am so excited for that. I know the water, once we get it to the lake, is going to muffle it a little bit, but that is going to really let our engine open up, and we're going to be able to access a little bit more power, not to mention that 17-pound weight savings that we actually get from the physical weight of the exhaust. So this is a great upgrade. Yes, it's one of the more expensive things, but as you can see, you can install it in probably, I don't even know, 20 minutes and be done with it. It's one of the easiest things. I would highly recommend it. If you guys have a chicken, you're looking for something to upgrade, maybe get a little more power, a little bit more tuning out of it, and be able to access just a little bit more untapped power, this is a great option. So let's get this thing back apart and let's review everything we've done today. So this video in review, we took our stock surprisChicken exhaust off, one of the weirder ones, not like a stand-up. The exhaust expansion chamber actually goes into the water box. Very interesting design, kind of cool engineering by Kawasaki in the 90s. But 27.2 pounds for our stock water box and our stock pipe. And we have upgraded to our Coffman's exhaust system. I'm probably going to polish this up so that we can read this really well. It looks great, matches the ski really well. But we have upgraded to our stainless Coffman exhaust. There are two versions of this though. There's the cast version and there's the stainless version. This one, surprisingly, is kind of the same style as the stock exhaust. So we have a stainless stock exhaust, we've got a stainless Coffman exhaust, but we are saving ourselves 17 pounds in weight alone. Not to mention, we're opening up the engine more. We've got better expansion chamber design for more power. We've got our lightweight aluminum water box. This thing braps, it sounds great, and it only took maybe 20 to 30 minutes to actually do the install. I've done very little cutting on this video, so what you guys see is what you get. It's really easy to install. It only takes a handful of tools. We've got a screwdriver for our doghouse cover. We've got a screwdriver for our clamps. We had some 14 millimeters for our head pipe. And then we had some 10 millimeters for our exhaust mounts and our water box mounts. And that's it. There's really not a lot to it. So a little bonus content, I decided we should probably launch the Chicken and at least get some driving audio. I won't be able to get any from anyone on land just because I don't have anyone here with me, but let's at least get this thing fired up in the water and see how it sounds. Fires right up. And we'll get this thing ripping. So we are out here on the Super Chicken with the new exhaust. We are idling around, so I'm gonna get a few sound clips of us ripping, and we'll see how she does. Flip you guys around. Alright, so right off the bat, I think this thing is definitely louder. Performance-wise, it's definitely got a little bit more response. I think we'll have to tune the pipe to get the most out of it, but overall, it definitely is a noticeable upgrade for this thing. And you get a little more exhaust note, which I love. So I'm super happy about this. This is awesome. So that's gonna be it for today's video. Thank you guys for watching. Again, if you have any questions or comments or are enjoying the content, let me know down in the comment section below, and we'll see you on the next video. Well, on a sadder note, we are being towed back to the dock right now because we lost an exhaust coupler. So we're gonna fix it and try it again. All right, guys, so we are back at the house. We did have a little bit of an incident at the lake with the Super Chicken. I guess I didn't tighten down one of the exhaust couplers enough, so it blew off in the middle of the lake. So I actually had to get towed back to the dock. Luckily, there was a guy at the lake that was living on the lake. He was more than happy to come and help me. So it was really cool. He really liked the ski. But yeah, so we got towed back. I've got to get a new clamp on the coupler, and then we should be good to go. But that is going to be the actual end of the video. So thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. Hopefully it will be getting this thing dialed in and ready to go. We did have it out on the river the other day, but it kept stalling out and dying. So we're going to have to do some diag.